ישמור את נפשך, אדוני ישמור את צאצאך ויחד מעתו, ביד אלוהים. Friends, take some tzedakah, put it in the pushka together. Tzedakah ba'achtus hakil is going to bring us the ultimate gula. And now a little Dvar Torah. Maybe something a little different than usually. We'll discuss a very, very interesting halachic question, a legal dilemma. And this is related to the pasuk in the parsha of this week, where the Torah tells us that when Yaakov met up with Rachel, his future wife, he introduced himself to her, and then he tells her like this, and I'll read the pasuk. Vayagid Yaakov leRachel, and Yaakov tells Rachel who he is, ki achi aviyahu, that he is her cousin. He is related to her. How? V'chi ben Rivkahu, and he is the son of Rivka. Now Rashi brings a medrash over here. Why does he speak in those terms that I'm related and the son of Rivka? Why doesn't he say, look, I'm your cousin. I'm your first cousin. My mother is your father's sister. So Rashi says an interesting thing, that Yaakov is already insinuating and telling her something about his relationship with his future father-in-law. He says, what? I want you to know. I can be like your father. If your father is going to be dishonest and to deceive me, I'm capable of doing the same. But if he's going to be honest, he should know I'm the son of Rivka. You know that my mother Rivka is a tzaddiket, is a very pious woman. So can I also be. In other words, Yaakov says, you will be dealing with me this not in an honest way, I'll deal with you the same way. So here is a question. Are we allowed to do this? A person who steals from me, am I allowed to steal from him? And here is an interesting question that was actually asked to a famous Rav in Bnei Brak in Eretz Yisrael, Rabbi Zushe Silberstein, as far as I know, no relationship to me. And the situation was as follows. Two students sharing a room in a dormitory, and we'll call them Reuven and Shimon. Reuven went to sleep. The door opens and Shimon walks into the room. Shimon thinks that Reuven is sound asleep, and quietly he pulls out 500 shekels from Reuven's pocket. Reuven is shocked. He didn't expect his friend Shimon to do something like this. On the spur of the moment, he didn't react. But later on, he confronted him and told Shimon, why? Inappropriate for you to steal? Yeshiva Bacha. Why are you stealing? And why are you stealing my 500 shekels? Shimon's reaction is, what are you talking about? You're accusing me? I wasn't in the room. I didn't see your wallet. I didn't take anything. He denied the whole thing. Reuven was so shocked, he didn't do anything. Happens to be, a few weeks later, Reuven meets Shimon's father. And Shimon asking, do you mind taking a package for my son Shimon, who is with you in the yeshiva? Some clothing. And he also gives him an envelope with some money. Please, I trust you, give it to my son. He says, with pleasure. But then suddenly struck him, let me check how much money is in there. 500 shekel. Reuven started thinking, here's my answer. His son took my 500 shekel. I'll take it. I'm finished. I'm paid back. So this became a whole big question. Is he allowed to do this or not? And there's, in fact, it's an extensive, lengthy discussion in the Talmud, the Gemara Baba Kama, and the halachic codifiers discuss this. In the response, there's a lengthy discussion about it in the Shulchan Aruch. But here is a brilliant insight that Rav Silberstein gave. He said, in this case, certainly not. Even according to those opinions that If somebody steals from you, you can inadvertently take back the money from him. But here is a different situation. Whose money is it? It's not Shimon's money. It's Shimon's father's money. As long as Shimon did not receive it, it is not Shimon's yet. Shimon's father didn't steal anything from Reuven, so he certainly cannot do it.